Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So today I'm going to go over the YieldMax summary for the single stock ETFs for the week of February 23rd, 2024. So let's get into it. So they have a lot of ETFs and they have a new one in the form of MSTY. And is there a simple way to review them all? So let's go into the spreadsheet. 1 second. Okay, so let's start with AIYY. So something's interesting here because I see like between like the 22nd and the 21st, and be aware of like the dates, because it seems like they post date them on, I guess, like depending on when you look at the spreadsheets. So just be aware. So for example, like the 26th, obviously I'm not doing this from the future. They're post dating whatever document that they have on Saturday morning. So for that represents like the stuff that happened on February 23rd and so on and so forth. But it's still interesting to see like the change in, just because like the stock price of the ETF is trending down, but that doesn't always mean that it's always like something nefarious going on. It's also good to see like how like the movement between like cash and treasuries and then options. So if you see like the ones, for example, like on the dates from the 22nd to the 23rd, the cash went down like significantly, but then like you'll notice that also on the treasury it went up quite a bit. So it looks like there's a bit of like a few things going on here. So for example, the cash went down, but that's not necessarily because all the ETF customers are leaving in droves. Some of it could be just like cash conversion into treasuries. And then from there, like the treasuries, you'll notice like there's a small uptick in terms of like the options premium being sold as well, because like there's a bigger like cash collateral cushion for them to sell options against. So it's always interesting to see like the change between like the cash options and treasuries. So let's move on to the AMDY. So the cash also, you'll see like a bit of a downtick here, and then you also see like the treasuries go up, and then it's interesting to see how like over here on the 22nd they had a pretty nice option premium, and then it went up into like a positive number, which I take to mean that the AMD, like the long call, did well, so they actually had a nice little bump in profit, and then it also gives them a chance to reload a little bit the for the following week. So you'll notice like it's interesting to see like the trend and like the options, like it's kind of all over the place. It goes up. It goes from like a smaller negative to like a higher negative. So that's not the trend that you want to see. But then like over on like between the 22nd and the 23rd, you'll see like a nice reversal. And now that you see like the 58 cents, it's kind of like in line with what we saw last week. Although I would have preferred like a small bump in like premium, but can't always have everything you want. And and also notice that because of like earnings seasons, it's over. So well, not over, but like it's starting to roll off. So that's why you see like a downtick in premium. So Amazon is pretty interesting to see that their options are positive, and then like their treasury positions is fairly consistent, and then like the cash is kind of like all over the place. You'll see like the cash go up, and then I take that to mean they recycle some of it into the treasuries. So it's interesting to see like how each ETF's like personality is a little bit different. So and then like the cash positions for Apple, uh, it's like a minor bump up and then like a minor bump down, and then the options you see like the trend. It's kind of I don't know. It's not that exciting. But then again, like Apple, like lately hasn't been performing as well as some of their other like Magnificent Seven brothers and sisters. And then the treasuries, you'll see like it's like a small uptick for like the new week. And then let's take a look at CONY. let's open this up. Okay, and then the cash, like you'll see like kind of like a big swing. Went from like a small negative number to like a big positive, and then kind of like trends down. But then like you also see like the effects of like they're taking some of the cash and putting it into the treasury so that they can sell what I take to mean like either both a combination of more options and then also like a slightly higher premium. So this could be a good thing for CONY. I mean, just like crypto is doing well, so like CONY's also should be benefiting from this. So this I take it to be a good sign. And then let's take a look at Disney. So Disney, you also see like the effects of like taking a big part of like their cash positions, rolling it into treasuries so that they can sell like more either more options or like higher juicier options. So you can see like it went from like a positive number down to like a negative number, and then it's starting to kind of trend back up. So that's a good sign. And then let's look at Meta. So you see like the cash positions, it kind of went up and then it went back down. So it looks like that's interesting. Like the treasuries is like each ETF is interesting, and that is not always like a you'll see like a nice like when you like for example this one. I thought they're gonna do the same thing like the other ones, where they roll a part of their cash into the treasuries. But this could mean like people are also be taking profits as well. So then the options over here, this is interesting because they went from like a negative number, and now it's kind of like a positive number to start the week. Well, I mean, 2 cents isn't like the craziest thing, but it's still interesting. Most I would expected them to kind of like roll over some of the positions into new ones. And then let's look at GOOY. So let's see the cash. All right, so looks like it's kind of trending down, and then like the treasuries are kind of like it's trending up for a little bit. And then the option positions is still kind of like it went in the wrong direction, and then it like started to head down. So now like you see like they're starting off like the new week at like a pretty decent position. And then JP Morgan, like the cash. So you see like it kind of like went down a little bit, and then you see like the treasuries go up, and then I guess they weren't able to kind of like fully take advantage of like the options position. So it kind of went from like a negative number to like a positive, and then now they're recycling it into like the new set of options for the new week. So it's kind of interesting to see. Okay, so let's look at modernity. All right, so the cash went from negative, and then I guess they were able to get like some more cash in. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting. Like you see, like the treasuries is kind of. I mean, it kind of went up. So and then but like the options, like it's kind of all over the place. So so it looks like they huh, yeah, it's interesting. Like it's all over the place. Like it hopefully like they were able to monetize part of like this downtrend over here in terms of like a bigger negative number down to like a smaller negative number, and now they're able to reload the new set of options for like the new week. So yeah, so even like for modernity, like from like the week to week, like the overall like there's less premium to be sold. So because it's a smaller overall like negative number. And then let's look at Microsoft. Okay, so the cash. All right, so it looks like it's on the downtrend, but they looks like they recycle part of it into the treasury so that they can sell more options. Okay, so that's a kind of a good sign. So it went down to like 44 cents, and then now the new week is 53 cents. So it's kind of not the most exciting, but like as you can see, like their overall like ETF price, like it's been pretty holding up fairly well. And then Netflix. Okay, Netflix also like the price, it's not too bad. Let's see, like the cash. It went fairly well. Okay, so it looks like the overall treasury position went down, so that's not good. And then like the options over here. Okay, so they had like a small like it went from like a negative to a positives. So I take that to mean like the short options expired worthless, and then you also had like a nice little bump up on the long options. And then oof, the new week's like options premium looks kind of skimpy. But I mean, I guess compared to last week, it's a little bit better. But I guess like after an earnings season is over, like there's like less premium to be had overall. And wow, Nvidia like they've been doing very well lately. So let's see the cash. Okay, so when looks like they had like a nice bump up. I take it because like people are piling in, and then they took some of that cash and put it into treasuries. And wow, I mean they did so well that like it went from a negative number all the way to a positive. So I take that to mean that's a good sign that they were able to monetize like their long options as well. So this is a very good sign. But like at these prices, like I kind of wish I kept more like the Nvidia, but oh well, can't win them all. And then OARK. So let's see. Okay, so OARK is one of those like that hasn't been doing well in general. And then the cash, yeah, you see like a small negative number, and then but at least like there's some inflows. I take that to mean from like it's probably from like the YieldMax fund. So at least like there's like a little bit of a floor for some of these. And then the options. Oh, okay. So it's not as bad as I thought. Like they were able to monetize like some of the long options, and then the short premium is not. I wouldn't say like it's the greatest, but like there's something. So hopefully OR can kind of recover over time. And then PP. Okay, so they've also like the cash position. So it looks like they got a nice run up, and it looks like they took part of it into like treasuries, and now like the options premium is pretty decent. It looks like. So especially for like new week, like 181, it looks like it's kind of all over the place too. But I mean, the stock price isn't too bad, all things considering. And then Square, you see the cash, see a nice. Well, it's kind of like it looks like it's the same thing. Like they took part of the cash, put it into like the treasuries, so that they can like sell like their sell more options. So he had a nice run up, and then like towards like the end of the week, they were able to roll some off. And but then like the start of the new week isn't that great. Like it's only 16 cents, but no, no, at least it's they're able to bring in something. Well, unfortunately, TSLY, I'm gonna have to check on this number. This doesn't. I mean, February 20. Oh, that's right, because they did the stock split already. So okay, that's something to be aware of. Okay, so that does look right. So like times two, like 1844. So then 1808. Okay, that's around the ballpark. Okay, unfortunately, the cash position is kind of weak. Like the treasuries. Okay, so it looks like they bumped up. And then the options. All right, so we'll have to keep an eye on Tesla here. And then Shomo. Okay, so they've been kind of doing well lately, I would say. Like the cash. So it's the same thing. Like they took part of the cash, put it back in the treasuries. And it's interesting to see like their options are net positive, not even like a negative number. So I take it to mean like the long call is doing better than like the short calls. Okay, and then we have like our new friend like MSTY. So I'm glad to see this is finally up and running. Okay, so let's see. No, they had like a nice bump up. But I guess it's just because like a lot of people like piling in. But we'll see. I have high hopes for this one as well, since Bitcoin is doing well, and then most of their, I guess like the bulk of like the money is in treasuries, and then okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Like the let's see the cash, and then like they have like it's kind of weird to see like a 80 cents positive because of I take it because like there's price appreciation. So okay, so I have high hopes for MSTY. I'm gonna wait until like things kind of settle down for this one. All right, so hopefully that wasn't too boring. So let me switch back to the PowerPoint. All right, so the I think the pros like it might be interesting to see like what's happening like underneath the surface. And then like just in general, it's good to see like not all YieldMax ETFs are doing poorly. Some of them are doing quite well. In fact, I think there was like a funny tweet lately from like the YieldMax team. They're saying like they're not all that bad, and they did like a total return calculation. So look out for that tweet. And then like I still think in general like it's good to have like just like a mix of things. So you might want to consider other treasuries like dividend aristocrats, etc. And then the risks are obviously not all of them will have good capital appreciation, like NVIDIA. Yield may not be consistent from week to week, and of course, there's no guarantee of profits. So if you can consider giving this video a like, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all my new and old subscribers as well. If you can help me beat the algorithm, that'd be greatly appreciated. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.